I'm the youngest brother right here, so I gotta be heard. You see what I'm saying? I gotta be heard, and I gotta let that be true. Because many people believe just because you're young that you don't know what's going on. That I don't see what they see. See? And I sit back and I see a lot of things. Now, I mean, it may take some time, I'm saying, within aging, and I mean, within wisdom, by activating my wisdom before the best part comes into play. So I'm saying, but when you knowledge it, and that's why I go that way, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So I'm saying, because when you do the knowledge to it, and you speak upon it and act upon it, that's the only way you're going to get to end result, which is understanding. You can't knowledge and then understand without going through wisdom. You ain't put it into play yet. You didn't put it into play. That right there is like watching TV without plugging it up. What it's going to just pop on. So I'm saying, it's different orders that everything goes into. So I'm saying, from the black man body with the XY chromosomes to the woman's body, it's different orders that everything goes into the order. You can't start from born and then go to knowledge. You got to go from knowledge to born, then born to knowledge, because it's a cycle. So I'm saying, you can't bring something into existence without having a foundation first. So I'm saying, you can't walk and talk things without living it, because it's not going to fall into play, and someone will see that. If everything is not adding up, then people will see and acknowledge it. So I'm saying, people know truth. When they say mind detect mind, to me, mind detect mind means truth detect truth. The true know the true and living. And the true know a phony. One who's procrastinating or, you know what I'm saying, propagating, I'm saying, using propaganda. Things for that nigga. See? Because in this neighborhood right here, there's a lot of changes going on. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm in the midst of the changes. I'm in the midst of the changing environment. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to me. Chosen few, really, you can do it with just one to make a change. To make a change, it takes one to make a change. I'm saying that's what revolution is, a change. You know what I mean? But you don't have to, when you fighting, every fight don't have to be done with fists. Every fight can be done with your mind. Because your tongue is the sword. You can say things through your wisdom that affect someone as if it was a blow to the chest. So I'm saying, that right there is the sword. Now I mean, when you sit back and you speak real and true, people feel that in their body through the vibes. Through the vibes you give off. Now I mean, through that activation. I mean, because the original people, that means first. We was the first people. Going back to Egyptian time, those were the original people. You see what I'm saying? Original people, the things they did, the science and medicine. How to put things together. A lot of things came from the original man, but then it was advocated that it may have come from, you know, the colored man and different people that they took credit from us, took history from us. Now I mean, it then put it in play and have people believe that certain things came from abroad. As far as Columbus Day, I don't celebrate that. For what? Tell me what did Columbus discover that wasn't already here? That original people was here before he got here. He found the Indians. Who were what? Exiled from India 16,000 years ago. See what I'm saying? And even that number right there, bring forth God, so God was the foundation before them. You know what I'm saying? Before the Indians, God was here. But they're not going to tell you that. You know what I mean? And even before the Indians got over here, they were exiled from somewhere else for worshiping idols. Before they came to North America. See what I'm saying? And right there is why they named India after India, because they said that they said the Indians came. But that right there is just applying what? Knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Because if you look at things on a surface level, you're never going to reach the top. Because you're looking at a perception that's not, you're not seeing nothing. See what I'm saying? Seeing is seeing things clearly for what they are, not what they appear to be. Seeing through the illusion that right there is put in front of you. See, that's right, that's the importance of not taking things on what? Face value. They're saying, why you not taking things on face value, you do research. So you can understand what lies ahead of you. Instead of going by because someone told you, because that's what it appeared to be. You know what I mean? That right there is your own judgment. If everybody here took things on face value, a lot of people wouldn't still be alive. You see, by you not doing that, it's breaking a whole lot of problems from laying out in front of you. See, just when someone come up and say, please, so-and-so and so, I'm so-and-so and so. By you not taking it on face value, you see that he's not so-and-so and so. If you would have took it on that, then you would be running with this brother would get you killed. So I'm saying this brother could be caught up in all kind of different drama, see what I'm saying, but you running with him. Because he said he's so-and-so and so to all God Almighty, whatever. See what I'm saying, but I know God. I mean, I'm God. I know God. I know how God's supposed to move. I know God's supposed to be what? Trust, justice, truth. Righteous, just right. Meaning everything you do within this cipher comes out to be right. But then we go through the love, the right. See what I'm saying? And then you could look at somebody and witness hell and step over that. You ain't gotta walk through the hell he walked through. If you watching somebody going through hell, why go through the same cipher he just went through? When you could look and do the knowledge to what he did and get about that cipher, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there is within the culture. You know what I mean? Because within the culture, the true and living man is what? Islam. Islam is not a religion. It's not a religion. You know what I'm saying? Religion is a system of belief. I'm not on the clock. I'm not systemically programmed to walk and talk and act a certain way because someone told me that God is in the sky and I'm supposed to live like this. So my sins and everything will be furnished and I'm going to live a longer life because I'm bearing witness to a mission in the sky. Can't nobody sit down and break that down to me and have me actually believe that. Never. Never. So I'm saying that right there is what religion is. So society take Islam and see Islam is all Islam preferring black to a Muslim. Then I ask them, what is a Muslim? You see what I'm saying? The name Muslim came from what North America. That name wasn't what they was called when they was overseas. When they was in holy city of Mecca, they ain't calling themselves, yo, I'm a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? Mu, you know what I'm saying? Mu, the island of Mu was in Egypt. See what I'm saying? It's an island. You know what I mean? Slim. You know what I mean? It's your body in the purest form. Such as a child, a baby, that's the slim. See what I'm saying? So it's your mind and body of the original man in the purest form. That's a Muslim, not a religion, not a study of worship. Not because I wear a suit and a bow tie with a flag on pointing to the west or pointing to the east, you know, with the star on it, I'm a Muslim. I'm selling bean pies and papers. No. That right there is not what it is. So I'm saying, and when I hear these words, I ask questions. I ask a lot of questions because it's like, you have to know. You have to know things. So I don't take nothing on face value. At all. Face value will get you in the quickest grade and a switchblade on the gun. I'm saying because you ain't going into the proper procedures to understand the cycle. I mean, in order to understand the cycle. If you understand the cycle, then you will understand why we sit in our school and made devil over the hideaway being devil to the case of West Asia, they now call you. See what I'm saying? To what? Bind in. Bind in. Europe means bind in. See what I'm saying? You rope. I'm saying the rope and bind us in. Now I mean, they came to cause trouble among the righteous people. It stayed for a while, for what, 6 months. So I'm saying when they came amongst the righteous people, which was the original man and woman and child, by them telling lies and causing confusion, they was making them fight and kill one another. And they didn't know what was going on at this time. They didn't know who it was who was causing the problem. It took a while. I'm saying for the king to sit back and do the knowledge to who was causing trouble and problem. So I'm saying then when they found out, they had to what? Round them up. March them. Stop every 1,020 miles. See what I'm saying? Every 1,020 miles they stop. Every so often, 2 times, they stop 1 time. For what? Food and water. To keep them alive. You know what I'm saying? To get them to where they was taking them. But then they what? Roped and bind them in. Because they caused trouble amongst the righteous. So I'm saying then there were certain people who had to stay on the borders and post them out so they couldn't come out and come back to try to cause the same thing over. And the people that ran them over there was the people that they had fighting and killing. It was the people who fell victim to their word or to the action of the devil. You see what I'm saying? That right there is not taking things on face. You take things on face, you'll see the devil is a man with horns on his head with a red jumpsuit on. You know what I'm saying? But I know better than that. I know the devil is any man which is made equal wicked and his life grabbed the germ from the original man. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the real devil. You know what I'm saying? Because the real devil is made weak through a process of staying under, of staying down. You know what I'm saying? And feeds off energy of the righteous people because unrighteous behavior. That right there is what the devil does. You know what I mean? And they take a weak man to fall victim to the devil's rules and regulations and laws. You see what I'm saying? And the rules and regulations and laws that are in play now is what? Birth control, abortion, different rules that was in play then, but now they have high science and technology to make it seem like they're not doing the same thing. Like by sticking the needle into the brain of the babies, that's the same thing as taking them. Same thing. Cleans out the body, destroys the baby, kills them. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that the people that do this more often is what the original people, out of the black nation, who want to do it the most. You know what I'm saying? And they put that into place because they know that the original people go out there, the babies will have babies and they're so young they can't take care of their family, ain't got no money, so and so and so with the most problems. So they know they're gonna be the ones that do this the most. You know what I'm saying? That do this the most. So it's up to the duty of the original man, or 5%, teach the 85% and the 10% in society that this right here is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear anybody speak about abortion or this, that, I really censor what it is. And I tell them how I feel about it and the truth behind it. You know what I'm saying? That right there is to understand you're killing the best part, which is the understanding, which is the seed. The seed. You know what I'm saying? You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. You're killing another right to the man, another right to the man. So get that right there. I'm going to say peace.
Peace.
Peace, God. Peace. Very powerful monologue. I ain't say more than I don't just speak words to speak them, but I speak the bill. The bill to get a comprehension of what's going on around us. Knowledge is the foundation, that's first and foremost. But knowledge is learn, read, analyze, evaluate things around you. By evaluating things around you, you grow better. This society, this is how you go into. Any culture you go into or build with, you gotta build with them or better because you know them. By listening to them, respect them. Respect them, acknowledge them. By acknowledging the cipher, you can understand by applying it to your own self. Is that you? Is that me? If not, how can I fix that? How can I ultimate that to make it more better? By applying the truth to it. That's power, that's energy. It always exists. But the whole thing is to build. And now's the time to build. For us, for everybody around us. For us all come together every month. I mean, every single month and whatnot, and just speak about good things and conversating about what we gotta do, what's this, what's that. It's all from ideas being changed, and ideas being shared. That's equality. That's what people want. Everybody ideas on what we can do for our children. You know what I mean? Teaching classes on cultural arts. You know what I mean? Giving kids, you know what I mean, a foundation. Giving kids, you know what I mean? Giving children, you know what I mean? The time. Giving them time. So what all kids want is time. When you give a child time and energy, they love you for it. Every child I've met, every child I've talked to or built with, all they want is attention. They want look, without learning. And you watch them. And you give them some new knowledge that you learn from over the years and days and months that you study and what you study. So it's not really complex. Ain't that complex? Just the words we put it into. We make things complex by speaking a certain way. or, you know what I mean, bring it to a certain angle, making it complex. Everything is very simple, but it's about to understand what it is. By knowing what it is and they're applying it, they understand what it is. Everything is very simple. That's the culture. That's mathematics. 1, 2, 3, 4, everything is in order. Everything is harmony. By you applying your true self, by you applying your quality, you will build on a profound level, on a great level. Because you know it's you. Because you understand what you gotta do. And what you gotta do is build. That's what God does. God builds. I can't do this, do that no more. I gotta build. That's my thing. That's what I do. You know what I mean? As a builder, man, I gotta know, understand what I'm going into, what I'm facing. So I don't go face value, but I face the value, and I go into it as a warrior, who's a teacher, who's at peace with himself, understands himself. He is clear. He's in accordance. He's right in his set. That's a man. A boy, you know what I mean? A boy goes through different things. A boy now is a disciple, but he's born a disciple. They ask you questions themselves. Wow. What I gotta do? What's this? What's that? What's this? Questions. What, when, how, what? You know what I mean? He always questions himself. He questions around. What's this? What's that? And he experienced, I'm experiencing these things, applying these things, and then advocating these things. He begins to learn that this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, because both are cause and effect. By going through cause and effect, you get a great understanding, you get clarity, you get to comprehend things you do every day. Your routine changes by going through certain things. And that's a man. A man grows. A man was obligated. A man has an obligation to go. He has a family, you know what I mean? He has a wife, he has a child. He has people that you gotta bring forth knowledge to. You gotta provide food for the substance. That food is nourishment. That coat is protection. You know what I mean? That shelter, son, is they give him so he can block the rain and store it for people. You know what I mean? Being a man, being a father. Bringing forth that realness to your friends. You ain't gotta do it through crazy words or through crazy quotations and read master. But to truly master something is it's like what it is. It's simplicity. And then flowing with it. Like how the wind blows every day around you. It's very simple. How rain falls down from the cloud, you know what I mean? Through gravitation. You know what I mean? Simple things. What we gotta do is apply it, understand it, and cultivate it. And as we get to cultivate ourselves, man, refinement takes place. Anybody, you know, me, my brothers and sisters around me, we'll build a crazy change. That's culture. That's culture development. That's elevation. That's building. That's power. Money is powerful. Power is true. The full is complete. I'm born perfected. My mom made me wear all the way on the head. You know what I mean? Kidneys, you know what I mean? I'm perfected, bro. Good. You understand? And you might do a time about you every day. Perfection is born mission. The mathematics puts you in that direction. Mathematics puts you and raise you in that direction of righteousness. In accordance to what things is. Not how you see it, a so-called conception or perspective, but what it is. As you get to grow and build and grow and make things born, it gets more greater to around you to light. You go to light, bro, because our knowledge is built by our actions, by our words, by our gestures, by our natural character. That thing that you try to become, the things you know to God. That's what you are right now inside you. That's the light that always brings you. That's what makes you God. That's what makes you God, because you're the essence. You're the truth, you're the light. And you gotta know how to get it out. You gotta know how to present, how to bring to the children that will sit down and listen to you. Sit down and respect you. Because I mean you can speak all kind of crazy science, but that child ain't respecting what you're doing, they ain't hearing you. Simple as that. You do some wild shit, calm you. So crazy in the street, moving around doing savageness, things you do all good things, go the sky and the clouds, blah blah blah. But yo, what are you talking about? How does that combine? How does that entwine? How does that mix? What you doing? If it ain't righteousness. How I see it, God, to be godly, man, be righteous 100%. I mean, I'm not saying I am that right now, but I know I'm trying to be that. That's what I want to be. Every day I build. Every day I build. Something to come back. I bring them, look in my face. Oh, this is somebody, you know what I mean? Bring me some kind of truth in their own eyes. Your how I see it, how I see it. Old, young, whoever. Now listen. If I give them time, they give me time. You are master quality, man. Why don't need no time? You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that. You gotta always bring people, you know what I mean? Those kind of wild, crazy stuff. They bring it to the real. Bring it to the law. No history. It's great, but you know history, we ain't gotta go back to history, back in the past, and go back to the same issue, the same problem. By knowing it, you can fix it. Fix now. What happened then, you have to happen now. Our program that's being born now can be greater than how it was back then. I mean, our program goes now, it's greater. Me, I'm with it. I'm powerful, man of law. That's my name, that's who I am. That's what I'm gonna be forever. Ain't no turning back, ain't no falling victim to this. Impossible. If I do, then I'm dead. Everything I said was good. Everything I said had no meaning, had no, you know what I mean, feelings. 1,000 words, take a pin on a word that's pregnant. A word that's warm, a word that's complete. A word that holds so much. Peace. You know what I mean? Because peace is the greatest thing. Peace is ingredient. Peace is clarity. You know what I mean? Peace is my brother. Peace is my sister, my mother, my father, my cousin, my friend, my environment, the site, people around you, the people you go into. And by you being in peace, they all become that. They all become a peace, y'all. Peace, son. Peace. You know what peace is? And that's the door. Now it's not applied, only facts that you have gained for this time, many years and months. Now it's applied, go to the list. Now it's applied, it's activation, stimulation, light, movement, motion, emotion. Real realization, control, infinity, ascertain energy. And you want to go to dimensions of length, width, depth. That's now as you understand time, energy, unconscious and conscious state. Know that you are that. That is peace. That is God. That is righteousness. That is a master. Those understands himself that go through those things every day. Daily after day after day, right, he is him. That's God. Peace.
In the name of Father, the Son, and the Lord. I see today's degree as knowledge, understanding. Born as a master. Master is someone who takes control of the things that he deals with. He knows and understands how to handle different cycles. That's how I see master. But I also see knowledge and understanding as knowing yourself. I heard young God mention what a Muslim is. And a Muslim is something in its purest form. A lot of us tend to think that a Muslim is something that we see every day on a daily basis, which we used to call headbangers. Or somebody that bows down 5 times a day, wears a jolly beard, he may even pray to the east. This is somebody who also believes in a mystery God. So when I understand it, my 1 to 36, I understand that that's not a Muslim. That's a Muslim son. That's somebody that studies from 35 to 50 years to try to be in this original state. But when you have a man in his original state, he's just the truth to everything he does. This is a Muslim. This is a Muslim. I say this because I understand that the body has a beginning and an end. So does a Muslim. It has a beginning and an end. This is the physical composition. But the mind is eternal. And that's enough. That's the all in all. It creates everything. It creates everything and it answers to nothing because it has all the answers. So you can't question it. All you can do is participate in it. Participate in it means you have access to it. Access to the mind is a great thing. So knowing you have access to the mind is even better. Access to the mind is when you gain that breath of life. When you come through the birth canal and your lungs compress, you take that first breath. That's the love. That's when life first begins. Now when Allah leaves you, when Allah leaves that physical composition, that's an exhale. When you release that breath, that's the last and final thing you do. You return that essence back to the universe. This is when you give up the physical form. Now it says that when this physical dies, it doesn't leave existence, it merely changes its environment. Goes through different changes of energy that's decaying. Or what I like to call the nigger energies. The word nigger comes from the word necrosis, or the paralysis. Necrosis is the study of death. The paralysis is the onset of death. And that's what you have when you release that breath. Death. Now that's die, like I said. When you exhale that breath and it returns to the universe, it returns back to its original form, its original existence. That's the mind. Now when the brother says you're a Muslim and somebody in its original state, this is something that Muhammad knew also. This is why he knew he couldn't trust the Caucasians. He could give them a period of study, but even with that period of study, they would be weak and fall victim to their own nature, which was dealing in devilishment. And once they fall victim to their nature, our task would be to take that head. Because if you don't take that head, you have to transport it from among you. You can't allow it to exist around you anymore. Because the devil is somebody who evil not only affects him, but all those who come in contact with him. So you have to run them amongst them. Now believe me, I'm not giving up paradise. And this is where I'm at. I'm in paradise. But when I have a devil around me or a snake that causes confusion, it's not my task to run him anywhere. It's the task of those that fell victim to him. Study the culture degree. All those that fell victim to the devil were given the task of running them over how to break their devil. And they couldn't even come back. Why? Because they showed weakness. So anybody that gets stung by a devil around me, I have to catch you from among me also. So you show weakness. And if you show it one time, you show it again. You show it again. So I have to be careful of everybody around me. So when you come around me and you start trying to cause trouble, you can't come by me and tell me something about this man. Because I know him. I'm not going to believe what you say. I'm going to go to him and ask him. This is showing the proof. This is showing the proof. When I know my brother, I know what he's capable of. And I know what he's not capable of. So when somebody comes to me with some negativity, I already know whether it's true or not. First of all, the body recognizes truth as soon as it hears it. But your conscience tried to take you out of the realm of reality and tell you that's not right and exact. Things happen by one of two ways. Active will or permissive will. This is in the realm of God. Either you actively do things to happen or you permissively let them happen. So when somebody tells me something about my brother, either I'm going to actively get in that conversation and say, is that right? Or I'm going to shut them down right then. My permissive will is going to go into effect. My permissive will is going to permit him to explain to me what this man is talking about, whether it's right and exact. Now, knowing my brother, I'm going to know right off the bat if he's telling me the truth or not. Right off the bat. Why? Because we break bread together. We walk together. These are the things that we have to know and understand. I can't question him. I'm a soldier, first of all. When I'm giving an order, I function. I function. I'll question you later on. Why? Because I say he's my brother. He's not going to put me in harm's way. This is something that I know. As being a soldier, I'm going to recognize that we in a time of war. When the devil comes at you, you heard the guard, Jamela guard earlier say he's going to come in either one or two ways, high or low. That's the mental or the physical. First, he's going to come at you in the mental form because he's going to think that your mentality is too weak because he trained it and he knows what it's capable of. So that's going to be his first position of attack. If that fails, he's going to come at you with lower appetite. Lower appetite is the physical composition. He's going to attack you on the physical plane. He's going to put things in the path to make you stumble. He's going to send things your way to make you submit. I was always taught that if a devil can't get you himself, the next thing he does is send his useless grandma with him. That's it. That's the point. He don't have a problem in giving you that this day and time. That's not valuable to him. Never was. This is why the woman had to come up with Women Live movement, because she knew she played no position in the Caucasian world. The only task she had was maintaining that house and delivering them babies. But she found out she needed more to survive in this world. She needed her own capabilities. This is when she started qualifying and disqualifying herself. She understood who and what God was. This is why they can't even send the Caucasian in there no more. So what they do, they train somebody that look just like you. In the Bible, it says the first day to turn amongst you is the one that sleeps in your very bed. So the first one to turn amongst you is going to be the woman. In the old days, you used to hear brothers say that the woman was the devil. That was because they misunderstood what was taught. It was taught that she had the qualifications to do devilish things if you didn't teach her right and exactly. But my lessons tell me that a planet is something made or grown from the beginning. And this is the black woman. When you want a woman that's just and true, you have to make her yourself. You have to teach her yourself. So this way she knows and understands what it takes to keep and house a man. Baby. If you don't teach her yourself, she may know what it takes to keep and house other men. But she hasn't experienced the rim of God. But now when you bring her into the rim of God, she starts weighing and judging differently. No longer does she have the desire to do devilishment. When you take away that desire to do devilishment, then she's going to build with you. She's going to add on to the things that you do, and everything that you do. So what I teach younger guards is that you want a woman that's right and exact. Find one that loves you in her heart. Then you give her knowledge of self. Then she'll love you in her mind. This will be a woman that always has your back. But what we tend to do, we look for that physical gratification. We look for that sister that looks good, that's pleasant to the eye. But I was always taught the fruit on the tree that's pleasant to the eye will be rotten tomorrow. So we have to be careful with the things that we pick. Very careful with the things that we pick. The same things with the things that we allow around us. A lot of things we can't allow in our atmosphere. I'm not of the mindset, then in order to know if I can handle something or not, I have to deal with it. This isn't true for me. Because I can learn from another man's mistakes. I can watch my brother and know if I want to deal in a cipher. So I've seen many things happen in the nation of gods and earths that brought brothers down, that brought sisters down. But this day and time, we have to stay just and true to who and what we say we are. When we say we God, we have to deal in the realm of righteousness. And out here in Kusa Heights, you have young gods that stepped up to the plate to build for the nation of gods and earths. Then you have older gods that stepped up and showed them the way. Now these gods are showing two things: the right way and the wrong way. They're showing you the wrong way because they lived through it. They've seen people do it. You can accept what they tell you, or you can try it out for yourself. Now, my lessons tell me that if you try something out for yourself and you fail, you just fell victim to it. In this world we live in, if you try out the devil's civilization and you fail, he has all kinds of tricks he can play with you. He can lock you in a down institution. That's him being nice. 120 tells me that he has the right to enforce death. Because he didn't build prison houses for his people. Now, I don't know what y'all think. Yakub people was original. They were original. Alright? So if you fall victim to the devil's civilization this day and time, look for the penalty of death being enforced on you. When you say you God and you fall victim, do the nation of gods and earth a favor. Don't profess this nation. Take off your flag. Don't even use your righteous name. Because the first thing they're going to do is apply your actions to our nation. And I don't mind saying, when you go into P9 institution, there's your first clue that you fell victim. I'm not going to tell the brothers in there stop manifesting against the nation of God's earth. Once you get this in your heart, there's no way you can let this go. And I already know for a fact the only way I can let this go is that one of my brothers were to do me when I fall victim to love. This would be a requirement. Because I'm just and true to this, and my word is bond regardless to whom or what. So I'm very careful at the things that I do, as well as the brothers that I allow around me. I'm in a cypher last week, and the guard, not thinking, reaches in his pocket and pulls his hand out. And he dropped something on the ground that he shouldn't have had on him in the first place. Now, when you step into a cipher and you ain't writing exact, you subject everybody else around you to law. New York is dealing with a law. It's called zero tolerance. They have the right to pull us off, throw us up on the wall and start searching us. And I hope most of y'all know they also have another law. You go downtown if you don't have ID in $5. That's the vagrant. That lets you know they're not playing any games this day and time. When you say you in the nation of gods and earths, they're throwing everything at you. If you get caught with a small infraction, it becomes law. If a man tells you to turn around, put your hands on the wall, and you say no, that's a resisting arrest. He has another charge on you. It starts from there, and it snowballs. So we have to be very careful with the things that we do, and the things and the people that we allow around us. As I said, you know somebody falling victim to the devil's civilization, cast them off, or he's gonna pull you down with him. He's gonna pull you down with him. This is something that the nation of gods and earth is going through right now. We're exiling brothers that's not right and exact. No longer can you say you're a member of the nation of gods and earths, wear a universal flag, quote lessons, and deal in death. No longer will we step in a rally and not mention your name. This is how we make knowledge born. It was told to me a while ago. If you have a snake in your midst, you have options. Either you can cut his head or cut the grass. And I asked the guard, who that told me that. What do you mean by that, God?